Hello. Today I want to talk about other things, what happened to me. It's a short movie this time because I'm still thinking about the other movies and what I have encountered. For instance, I could talk to the television. When someone was on TV, I thought he was talking to me, and I was really looking all directions. Is this true? Is he talking to me? And I got locked on, and I sat in front of the television, and I was having conversations with that person on the television. That's also one of the reasons why I don't watch television that often. I'm not that hallucinatic anymore, but I used to be in the past. Hallucinatic thinking, that's how I call it. Like the small islands I talked about, but then you have one thought or one feeling, and then it's like really open, like a sea, like an ocean, and that everyone can see and feel me. And if I have a thought, that I'm afraid that it will pop up and other people can feel that. I've learned that that isn't possible, but I think it's still possible though, because some people are really into feeling, and that if you have a thought or a feeling, that they can feel you and understand you. Not everyone, of course, but there are people who can, because I was feeling people as well, in before all my psychosis. I could understand people on a different kind of level, more on on the future and things like that. Anyhow, I couldn't do that anymore after my psychosis because I was really, in one thought, and everything surrounded me. Reality sense was really gone. And that's difficult. That was really difficult. Other things, hallucinatic thinking. That's how I called it. Like you're swimming into the ocean, and you don't have track, and you're really hallucinating. Because if you see things moving, I also remember that I was sitting in a park, and I really lost it, and then everything was moving, really strange. Or in the supermarket, that you can smell things and things like that. I also remember that I was that a doctor of mine sent me to a psychiatrist, but that was in 2004. I already went to AMC in Amsterdam, where they have a department for psychotic and schizophrenic people. They asked me then that I would be hospitalized. I thought, if I do this, then many people think I'm strange and weird and a lunatic. So I was a bit angry that they wanted me to have there. So I said no. So that was thinking, I think that was, that people already knew that I was a bit ill. I also did alternative medicines like homeopathic study, Chinese medicine, and things like that. I couldn't, like with the art academy, I couldn't talk with people. I was really scared and afraid. I couldn't read, like I said. That was even back in that time. That's really difficult because I loved reading. I remember when going, I wanted to study again when I was after my psychosis of 2005. I read every book up out loud because I couldn't read. And if I read it within my own thoughts, before the end of the page, I lost it. What did I do again? What was it? So that's difficult. That's difficult. What else? Therapy, that helps me big time. I was thinking about quitting with it because I had a lot of therapy already. Beginning of 2006. Also the hospital in Amsterdam. I stayed there from beginning of September till the end of January. That's a long time, that's a long time. The therapist, he really helped me out big time. To see you're psychotic, that took me years actually. Again, that's also chronic psychotic, of course, because it's year in, year out, day in, day out, you're psychotic. So I'm really grateful for the medicines I have. I can't do much, but the time span is sometimes 1.5 to 2 hours, and sometimes even a bit longer. But I do get delusional every now and then, like last week. Yeah, then the inner thought is gone. Like I said with the small islands, it's really difficult to explain actually. What is a psychosis and how do you feel? Because there are so many different types of psychosis. Yeah, I will come back maybe in another movie. Maybe if I can, yeah, go through of those things. I did have some thought about the other movies, and it also made me a bit sensitive, to thinking about it again, because I wrote my book, and that was actually to say goodbye to my past in a way. I wrote the story, that's okay, but maybe I will write another book. It's possible. It's possible. So we'll see. I also saw a couple of movies on YouTube, also from people who are psychotic and schizophrenic. I could relate to most of it, but yeah, everyone has a different story. You do weird and strange things, and you believe in other stories and dimensions. I read in high school with science, there was a kind of a small story about a frog. If you put a frog in hot water, he will jump out of it. But if you put the frog in cold water and then heat the water up, the frog will stay inside of the can with water. It's a bit like that, and you don't realize that you're psychotic and hearing voices and things like that. It's also like cleaning my room in a way. I stack all dishes up, and I don't vacuum clean the place and things like that. My tables are really full with everything, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, I have to clean everything. And then I do it, and it doesn't take long, but to do something like that, that is really difficult, because I don't care about it, So I cleaned my room a week ago, and I tried to keep it tidy this time. But, sometimes you see people who are stacking up everything, it's terrible. I wanted to leave it like this for today. Yeah. Another small introduction, and I hope, I don't know. I'll see you next time. Bye.